We are on our way back to Gigantes Island for another trip. This time we're taking 10 people. Oh boy. Oh God, what were we thinking? Anyway, it's 5:30 in the morning, so the streets are pretty empty. We're packing fairly light. We only have 2 backpacks each. We are packing in some food because where we're going has no grocery stores. And I'm taking the snorkel bag. 5:45 in the morning, bus terminal is busy. I don't know what time this place opens. But that's our group. There's like 10 of us, man. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Unfortunately, the bus terminal seems to be facing hard times. All the stores are closed. Before COVID, they did not seem to do a lot of business. And of course, during COVID, everything shut down. There's one little store right there, and you actually have to go out of security to get to the door to go into it. Not much here. That does look like a lot of bags, but remember, there are 10 of us. So the prices here are pretty reasonable, and it depends on if you're going to Estancia or Carlos. The prices are about the same, but the old bus, no aircon, is $228. Air-conditioned bus is $280. We have to take a trike in Estancia. If you go to Carlos, you will not need a tricycle. That's $150. The wooden boat is $150. The fiberglass boat is $200. The fiberglass boat is much nicer. And then we will need a motorcycle to get across to the other side of the island where we are staying, and that will be $50 per person. So we only paid for 4 of us, so this was a pretty cheap trip, actually. And it was a lot of fun. It's about a 4-hour bus ride. And then in Estancia, we're taking the regular commercial ferry. So it's not a tourist boat. It's a fishing port, as you can see from the ice. They got a lot of ice. It's really cool watching them do this. They're grinding up the ice. And then there's a bunch of fish brokers, and they box up all the fish and ship them all over the islands, especially shellfish. Oh, they wanted their picture taken. Everybody loves having their picture taken. This is a huge, huge port for fishing. But yeah, I love watching all this. It's not really part of the tour, but it's part of my tour. I come out here, I can't even stand the smell of fish, but I love watching because this is a big operation. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and they've been at this all day. They start early, as soon as the fishing boats start coming in. So the little boats here, I was joking that these small ones were going to be what we take. And I should not joke like that because, spoiler alert, you will see one of those type of boats again. We do end up taking it. But this is, as I said, a working port. You see, these are all the fishing boats. They're taking showers. They're doing laundry. They're mending their nets. I love just hanging out and watching them, which is a good thing because we got here at 10 or 10:30 and the boat does not leave until 12:30. So we have some time just to hang out and enjoy the day. This is our boat. It's pretty old and raggedy looking. It should be fun. It is 10:30 in the morning. We have been going since 4. We did our bus ride, and now we're on our boat. Let's turn around and look at our boat. That's the pointy end of the boat, and trust me, I'm a sailor. That is the official name, the pointy end of the boat. The people sit back here towards the flat end of the boat. And we're just all hanging out on the boat for 2 hours until time to go. It's a lot of groceries because there's not many stores on the island we're going to. So people come here to go shopping. This is not a touristy boat. I will come show you our ramp. This is what you walk up. And the people that work the boat stand there and laugh at you. They do not help you. So yeah, it's not a touristy boat. It's kind of funny. But I'm here. We're okay. I'm going to go get back inside the boat and sit down and have some breakfast at 10:30. So breakfast on the boat, I don't remember what we brought. Rice, boiled eggs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you know, good stuff, man. They had some dried fish. This is a bunch of the ice getting loaded. They're doing the same thing to our boat, but it's easier to film it on the boat next to us. I don't know how long these blocks of ice are going to last because those aren't in anything except a plastic box. But that's some really solid ice. It's deeply frozen ice. A lot of building supplies and groceries because the island we're going to has no stores really. You know it's almost time to leave when they load the motorcycles. I don't want to see one go in the drink, but I have to wonder, how often do those things get dropped? Because I've talked to some guys, and they said every time they see them do that to their motorcycle, they just cringe and just know it's going to go in the water. And somehow, man, they get them on, they tie them in place. I've never seen one dropped. It's got to get heavy. But like I said, they're loading on building supplies, all kinds of stuff. Oh, you notice? No life jackets? Yeah, not a tourist boat. But we were leaving, and this truck comes racing down the pier, and they're yelling, "Wait, wait!" So we are pulling ourselves back to shore to pick up a family that was about to miss the boat. And you can see the yellow and blue building is the Gisano. It's a grocery store right near the docks where everybody does their grocery shopping. The boat ride is about an hour to get out to Gigantes. We're going to Gigantes South, staying at a house of boyfriend of a cousin. So, I mean, this is not even our family, and we're descending on them with 10 people. They say there are 7,100 and however many islands, and I think about 1,000 of them are here. This everywhere you look. And yeah, we can't get to shore. So remember I joked about that boat. I gotta quit joking. The first boat filled up really, really full. I stayed in my seat. I didn't even try to get on. Second boat, not so crowded. I made the mistake of sitting right in front of the motor. These girls are about to realize they sat right behind it, which is a bigger mistake.
We're in our little lifeboat.
Our bags are here. The groceries, building supplies, and motorcycles are not offloaded yet. I'm not sure if they're going to manhandle them into this little boat or if that boat's going to wait till high tide and come into shore. I tried asking, but nobody really understood. And yeah, those girls are choking being behind that motor. It's kind of an odd, very open setup. I didn't realize that's where I was because I was not paying attention. I don't know. I guess I assumed the motor would be elsewhere.
We are abandoning our lifeboat. I sit here and wait. I'm the last one out because I do not give a shit. I will wait my turn.
That is our wonderful lifeboat and the ferry way out there, and we still had to walk. Motorcycle rides are, not my favorite, and then they went back later and got all our suitcases. That is our fishing boat that we will be taking our tour on tomorrow, and the family had merienda waiting for us. Wasn't that nice of them? And we're checking out their house here. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time we finally got here. That's their house. This is the hangout. Most of the day is spent at the hangout. This is where they do all their cooking and eating, at least when the weather's nice. They do have a kitchen in the house. Nobody seemed to use it. But they have a nice backyard, yeah? This is low tide. High tide, the water comes right up to the edge. We will see that in later videos. But everyone's just hanging out. There might have been a little bit of drinking, not too much, but just enough. And lots of eating, and this should be a fun trip. This is our first day. We just got here. They were cooking these big oysters. They're kind of a mix between an oyster and a lamperon. They're a weird shape. But one of the cousins found a pearl. Our fortunes are made. Woohoo! So, fun was had by all. This is the night that something bit my leg that turned into the infection that swelled up, and I thought I was going to lose my foot. But we got over that. We just didn't know it happened right here. But this is when it happened. And they say all 10 of us will fit on that little red boat. We'll find out tomorrow. Should be a fun, fun trip. Enjoy your day in paradise.